guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2024 Mercedes-Benz AMG GT43.
And a big thanks to Nicholas and the rest of the management and staff here at Crown Eurocars in Pinellas Park, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to our inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium or performance vehicle in the Pinellas Park, St. Petersburg, Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Nicholas.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the AMG GT, when it comes to the four-door coupe or sedan style, has been in the Mercedes lineup since 2019. For 2024, the GT sedan gets a minor facelift, featuring a redesigned grille and front bumper with the new available top-performing GT 63S E Performance trim, which is a plug-in hybrid cranking out 831 horsepower, 1,082 pound-feet of torque, enough to get the AMG GT to 60 in around 2 seconds. There are 4 trims available for the 2024 AMG GT for the 4-door and 3 power plants. The first 2 get Mercedes 3-liter turbocharged 6-cylinder with a base tuning for the 43, cranking out 362 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque, enough to get the AMG GT 4-door to 60 in around 4.5 seconds. The 53 gets more aggressive tuning with the same engine at 429 horsepower and I believe 384 pound-feet of torque, and can get 0 to 60 in around 4.1 seconds. The 63 and 63S E Performance get the 4-liter V8 with the 63 in the S configuration in the non-E Performance, cranking out 630 horsepower, 664 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this car to 60 in 2.6 seconds, with the E Performance, of course, at 831 and 1,082 for the torque. But here we have the base 43 with a base price a tick under 99,000 bucks. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So as far as the paint color, we get this beautiful red metallic, black headlight housing, Mercedes-Benz multi-beam LEDs, LED for the daytime running light, high and the low beam. We have full front parking sensing, a forward-facing camera to help us out with 360, black trim for the grille, updated for 2024. Same thing with the bottom splitter area, functional airflow in both corners with an AMG Afalterbach, whatever you want to pronounce that, logo for this center area above the Mercedes badge, which houses your advanced safety features, and an AMG emblem in the lower right corner. The wheel and tire setup, we get these black 19-inch rims, multi-spoke AMG style, 6-piston AMG brake caliper too, they're drilled and slotted. The tires, we get these beefy Pirelli P0 Summer Performance tires. Dimensions up front are 255/45 ZR19. So most of the Mercedes cars we've been reviewing on this channel have had very low profile tires, either 40, 35, sometimes even 30 series. Here we get some beefy 45s, at least up front. I believe they're 40s out rear with a wider 285 setup. But anyway, very beefy and aggressive all body color trim for the wheel well area. It says Turbo 4MATIC Plus in the right corner. Not a functional heat extractor, but definitely helping with the styling. Black mirror caps, LED turn signal on it, blind spot monitoring on the mirror. We get all black trim for the mirror trim, blacked out pillar, and a blacked out glass roof. It doesn't open, unfortunately, but the shade does open, so you can see everything that's above you in the Florida sky. We have more black trim for the rocker panel side skirt area, smart access for all 4 doors. We mentioned the contrasted rear wheel and tire setup. Same rims, single piston brake caliper with still a large drilled and slotted brake rotor. We still get those Pirelli P0 Summer Performance tires, but as you mentioned, the dimensions are 285/40 ZR19s. Still a super beefy overall setup. I have absolutely no idea why the trunk just opened up. I must have accidentally pressed it with my elbow or something with the key in my pocket, but we'll shut it right up. We'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile on this beautiful 2024 AMG GT43. As far as the dimensions are concerned, it's similar outside as an E-Class, but as far as interior space, you're more similar to a C-Class. So if you're looking for something in terms of the C-Class to E-Class when it comes to size, but you just want to have a little bit better of build quality and more performance-oriented feel, this is a perfect way to go. Out rear, we have full LED taillights. They say AMG on them. They have multi-bezels for the brake light and the turn signal. Smoked AMG badge in the left corner, smoked GT43 in the right corner, Mercedes badge in the center. Shout out Crown Eurocars in Pinellas Park, St. Petersburg, Florida for helping make this review possible. We get these black AMG exhaust tips too. Pretty aggressive diffuser. And speaking of the exhaust tips, let's fire up this 3-liter turbocharged straight 6 and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 3-liter straight 6 turbo sold by Mercedes for the 2024 AMG GT43. And it sounds pretty good, especially for the regular output version, cranking out a most likely underrated 362 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque. I say most likely underrated because Motor Trend tested this vehicle at 4.3 seconds 0 to 60 and around 4 seconds, 4.1 seconds with the higher output 53. You can also go up to the 63 with the 4-liter twin turbo V8, and that's gonna be doing 60 in the mid to high 2-second range, or the new top of the line E Performance with the 63S, which will be doing 60 in under 2.5 seconds. But still, made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission, weighing in around 42 to 4,300 pounds. Anything doing 0 to 60 in under 4.5 seconds is really, really impressive and to be expected at this price point. Pretty solid airflow for these turbochargers and intake system too. We can shut this hood right down, take a step back, walk around this 2024 AMG GT43 one more time, and let's take a step inside. Well, before we take a step inside, let's take a quick look at this window sticker and see what we get with a sub $99,000 base price, a tick under $99,000. You guys can pause, take a look at all the standard features. It is loaded with them. We get the dual 12.3-inch screens too, and a Burmeister surround sound system standard. Options, $1,750 for this Patonia red metallic paint color, $3,000 for the black Napa leather. 19-inch AMG twin spoke, 5-spoke wheels are $500, $450 for the heated and ventilated front seats. Panoramic roof for $2,100. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's a must-get option because, as you mentioned earlier, it does not open. The multi-contour front seats with massage function are $1,320, $1,950 for the driver assistance package. You guys can pause, take a look at everything that's included with that. $1,050 for the warmth and comfort package, same thing. $750 for the AMG night package, $550 for the extended night package, $1150 for the destination and delivery, totaling us out at $113,545. Fuel economy is solid, 21 combined, 19 in the city, 24 on the highway. But taking a step inside, let's hop over here and see what we get for $113,000. Again, smart access for all 4 doors. We'll turn these lights back to auto so the car is not yelling at me. We don't get dual pane windows, but it's a very thick single pane of glass, leather stitching up top, Napa leather, Burmeister audio system, heated and ventilated seats, 3-person memory seats, adjustable headrests. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide with adjustable thigh support as well. Leather stitching in the center, gushy soft leather stitching for the armrest, 4-window auto one touch, power folding mirrors, 4-way adjustable with some gushy soft leatherette trim for the bottom portion, all lined felt, massive storage. We got our trunk release too, illuminated AMG aluminum nameplate. The seats are very well bolstered, AMG lettered, perforated, contrast stitched, and as you mentioned, adjustable bolsters too, depending on the drive mode that you're in. Very sporty and very premium looking seat for the $3,000 option group. Anyway, taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start stop, and everything fires right to life. So compared to the E-Class and S-Class especially that we just reviewed in this channel, this is a way more performance-oriented interior. Really thick steering wheel, fat 10-2 bolstering notch, perforated leather for the 9 and 3 area. 9 and 3 fits perfect in your hand. We get a flat bottom and an AMG for the aluminum frame. Rubberized horn area, the horn itself, loud and aggressive. Again, we don't get dual pane windows, but it's a thick single pane of glass. You can turn off the traction control and engine start stop in the corner. You see what drive mode you're in with a click of a button. You can adjust it with these buttons down below between Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. We'll start the review off in Sport Plus, try out Comfort, maybe try out regular Sport and you see what the differences are. But if you're gonna be going with the Mercedes with those 3 letters AMG at the end, you're probably gonna want to use one of the sportier drive modes. Anyway, on the left side of the steering wheel, we have the adjustments for this gauge display cluster. We turn off the fuel reserve, adjust between classic, understated, navigation, assistance, service, sport, super sport, and track pace. Let's check out track pace. G-force, digital speedo, and the speed, gas pedal percentage with the brake pedal percentage. You can see the super sport also looks pretty cool. Sport, classic, understated, I don't really like understated, or navigation. I do like navigation quite a bit. Probably my personal favorite to leave it at all times because we still get the digital speedo up top with the advanced safety features too. The stocks have a satisfying click, auto headlamps, auto high beams, and auto rain sensing wipers. The gear selector controls a 9-speed auto transmission. You're not gonna be able to check out the backup camera because I got that stupid dealer plate over it. We get guidance lines and trajectory with an over-the-top 360 right next to it, forward-facing camera 2, and an over-the-top 360 to the front and rear. You can also save the camera activation position for one reason or another, and when you throw it into park, we return right back to the previous screen. Continuing along, we have our auto headlamps in the corner, fog lights, interior brightness, electronic parking brake, hood latch release, and hopefully you get a good look at the aggressive pedals, power tilt and telescoping steering wheel, a little bit of piano black in the center, all stitched leather for the actual dashboard. Very funky Camaro style air vents, but they feel a lot more premium. Dual 12.3-inch screens, as you mentioned. We don't get the heads-up display standard, but really not a big deal. The 12.3-inch touchscreen, let's check it out. We get navigation, phone, radio, media, apps, and comfort. Performance pages 2, track page, and settings. Let's check out the performance pages. Here are the vehicle settings. You can see the suspension and the drive modes. Engine, you can see the torque to power distribution, IWC, interesting, and consumption. We can go right back to track pace, see what's available here. Activation and use only for closed tracks, track race, drag race, and telemetry. Cool. You see your accelerated pedal and brake pedal percentage, drag race. I'm sure you can see your quarter mile and 0 to 60 times with the track race right next to it. Anyway, my personal favorite would be the engine screen in the performance page where you can see a torque to horsepower distribution, transmission temperature on the left side, and the coolant temperature on the right. 4 separate air vents in the center, engine start stop next to it, leather trim for your knee will often hit. We get hard buttons for the dual zone automatic front climate control. Huge thumbs up to Mercedes for that. I didn't realize the music was actually playing in the background this whole time. Hopefully I don't get hit with copyright for that. But beneath it we have the dual zone automatic front climate control with hard buttons. Huge thumbs up to Mercedes for that. We get some piano black hiding away our 2 USB-C ports, 12-volt cup holder, and not quite sure what exactly this is. Looks like an ashtray. Nice and convenient if you are a smoker. I'm gonna also assume that since that's an ashtray that this is a cigarette lighter. Yep, it is. So this car is equipped with the smoking package, whether that's important to you or not. We can shut this thing right up with a click of a button. You can access your cameras also with a click of a button. Drive forward to search for the parking spaces. As you guys see, we also have the automatic parking feature here as well. Shortcuts, you can see telephone, navigation, radio, media, audio, or not audio, vehicle settings, and the favorites right next to it. We can go right back to the home screen with a click of a button, right back to the performance page. If you don't want to get fingerprints all over the touchscreen, we also have this trackpad with the return, skip, and home. We have our buttons for the drive mode selector. We mentioned Sport, Sport Plus, and Comfort. We'll start off in Sport Plus, transition into Comfort, and maybe Sport. More of the adjustments behind it, transmission adjustments. You can turn off the traction control, a nice spot to rest your hand if you're using the trackpad. We also have a power deploying spoiler. Check this out. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. Click this button, and the spoiler deploys. You press and hold, and the spoiler hides away. If you go over 60 miles per hour, the spoiler automatically deploys, but if you want to see it at all times, you can always click that button. You can turn off the auto start stop right next to it, volume dial 2. The dashboard again, all stitched materials. The armrest is gushy soft, the storage space, not the most, but decent overall amount. Wireless phone charger, USB-C port. I'd expect you to fit probably 3 12-ounce cans in there. Stitching for your knee will often hit. Stitching outside of the glove box. The glove box itself, lined in felt and pretty large. I expect you to fit about 20 license plates. You should be able to fit a pair of shoes with no problem. A little more aluminum trim, some piano black above it. Frameless auto-dimming rear view mirror with 3 garage home link settings on it. The interior lights are button activated and LED. Sunglass holder, cool. We mentioned the sliding glass. It's not an opening glass, but the shade does open up and you can see all the light brought in the cabin thanks to it. For a $2,100 option, I'd probably stay away from this feature, but if you really like moonroofs, especially from the outside with the black contrast, it does look really good. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat of this 2024 Mercedes AMG GT43 sedan. Let's check out the back seat, see how much space is offered back here. check out the cargo space, and then take this car out for a drive. So up top, we get leather stitching, Burmeister speaker, more stitching in the center, and a gushy soft armrest, aluminum door handle, auto one-touch window, with more of that leatherette material for the bottom part. That's a premium touch. Cubby itself is not lined in felt. The rear seats are really well bolstered. These are some of the most bolstered back seats that I've seen in the business. The padding goes out towards the door frame, and the Nappa leather seats are super high quality feeling. Legroom, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have about 3 inches of knee room, headroom, about half an inch to an inch. So the moonroof does compromise a little bit of headroom. Knee room, still got plenty. Compared to like a C or an E class, this is a competitive back seat, but compared to an S class, which is starting to approach this vehicle in price, this back seat is not even remotely close. You're buying this vehicle because you like the C class size, but you don't like the C class quality of the materials and power plane choices. This gives you a way higher quality feel, but it does not give you that much more space compared to a C class. Air vents back here too. We get mat pockets behind both the front seats. Cup holders, you can slide it back and forth with a click of a button or just remove it altogether. Additional wireless charging pad, 2 USB-C ports. We don't get a center cubby unfortunately, but it's still a pretty comfortable overall area to be. Pretty good light brought into the cabin thanks to these moonroofs. We have a hook for a suit or a dress for both of these areas. Interior lights back here are LED. Awesome. We also have 2 Burmeister speakers, if I didn't mention, on the door panel. That's about it though, guys, for the back seat. It's spacious, but it's not any more spacious than a C or an E class. That's not why you buy this vehicle. You buy this vehicle to have more upgraded feel compared to a C or an E class, as well as just better overall look too. We can open up this lift gate. Also, another reason why you go over this, get this over a C or an E class, is just the deeper overall cutout for the cargo space. I don't believe the back seats fold down, but you can still probably drop a 45 to 50 inch TV back here. Additional 12 volt, a hook, and a subwoofer for the Burmeister audio system. Secret storage, let's check it out. We get not a whole lot, but you can throw some jumper cables, whatnot, some car wash equipment, tire shine, and you got your jack and fix-it-flat stuff right next. So we can shut this thing right up. We get some interior lights back here, a cover so people walking behind your AMG GT43 don't see what you have going on in your hatch. That's about it though, guys. There's 2 buttons to drop the trunk. This button on the left drops the trunk. This button on the right drops it and locks the vehicle. We don't need a lock, so we'll press the button on the left. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of this beautiful 2024 AMG GT43. For a 4-door sedan, this might be one of the best lookers out on the road today. Again, that's a big reason on why you're going with an AMG GT over a C or an E class. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, but this AMG GT43 reminds me a lot of the older CLS Mercedes, where they gave you like C or E class level of size while giving you S class levels of luxury and premium feel of the materials. And that's exactly what we get here. Performance-wise, let's take this 2024 Mercedes-Benz AMG GT43 out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2024 Mercedes-Benz AMG GT43. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. Starting off in Sport Plus, the steering has pretty decent weight to it. Nice feedback, good response, but not quite as weighted as some of the higher performance models from BMW's lineup. The brakes feel a lot more grabby coming out of the S class that we were just in. The throttle pedal in Sport Plus, nice and responsive, but not overly responsive. The ride quality is good, but it's not anywhere near as good as the air suspensions that we had in either the S class or the E class that we just reviewed in this channel. We'll give those guys in front a little bit of space. We'll try one out off the line on the gas. Oh my God. Jeez, this thing can rip. That's what I mean by this very well may be an underrated power plant. Jeez, guys, this is a lot of performance. Hopefully I didn't scare that postal worker. Hopefully you can pick up those burbles too. This is a really nice sounding exhaust. We can take a step out here. Jeez, so much performance. Throw it in a little bit quicker than we should. Handling is really good. The steering stays nice and planted. I wish there was a little bit more weight through the wheel, but it still does feel very solid. We'll try out a turning radius test. Very sharp, sharper than the S-Class. To be expected that it's sharper than the S-Class, but it definitely is. We can take it out of Sport Plus. As you see, it is aggressive. The burbles are awesome. Let's throw it into comfort mode. We got a green light, and we'll see what changes up. The steering gets lighter, noticeably lighter. The throttle is way less sensitive, like significantly less sensitive. Try out some passing power though. Lean into it about halfway. Whew, you look down and you are flying. You can throw it into some of the higher gears, and it's really quiet. The S-Class with its 8-cylinder was really quiet too, but this is definitely not any louder. Try out some downshifts, throw it into sport mode, just regular sport on the S. Woo! Yeah, it's a fast car. For the extra 10,000 bucks, you can get the higher output version of the same power plant. I don't think it's necessary at all. Look at this, no body roll on the S. Whew. Serious performance and serious luxury. But if you want the Mercedes luxury when it comes to materials, but you want a little bit more oomph when it comes to performance, like you're ready to spend $100,000+ on a serious level vehicle, but you don't want it to be floaty and loopy like an S-Class. You want to be tight, balanced with S-Class levels of materials. This is such a great way to go. You keep the 4 doors, super stiff and nimble chassis, while having some of the softest suspension without being an air ride, which, as we know, is nothing but problems in the long term. If you're looking for just the top of the line balance between luxury and performance, this 2024 AMG GT43 quite literally does everything. It is fast, it is spacious, it is luxurious, and the premium levels of tech and just overall materials are top notch. If that's what you're looking for, guys, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2024 Mercedes-Benz AMG GT43 4-door. And a big thanks to Nicholas and the rest of the management and staff here at Crown Eurocars in Pinellas Park, St. Petersburg, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to our inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium or performance car or SUV in the Pinellas Park, St. Petersburg area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Nicholas, and a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you'd like to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.